What's up guys, Bricktime here with the Series 12 minifigures, and as you can see, they are kind of cool. I want to do a quick overview of all of them real quick. I know the new ones are out, but I wanted to do a quick review of this series before I got to those. And as you can see, here is the Fairytale Princess with kind of the Princess and the Frog kind of thing. My wife kind of did stop motion on that a while back ago, and I thought it was a really cool idea. And as you can see, she is the only minifigure in this series that has a second face, and she has the kind of her lips like that so she can kiss the frog, which I think is a really cool idea, and she does come with a frog, and I think that is a really cool kind of concept LEGO kind of picked up on. And we have the Piggy Guy, and as you can see, he has a really cool, he's kind of one of the animal ones that we've seen before. He has the really cool printed pig feet, and as you can see, he has this really cool, none of the other figures have printed faces except for the princess, so I think they did a really good job of that with his tail and kind of the way his suit looks. Next up we have the pizza delivery guy, and as you can see, he does come with a really cool box and a really awesome new kind of pizza. He is printed on his hat there, and I just think they did a really good job with that. I think it's a really good idea. Next up we have the wizard, which has a really cool cape. These are two different pieces here. We are getting these kind of sparkly capes nowadays, and this is separate from this cape, which I thought was kind of a unique idea. He does come with a staff though, but overall I think they did a really good job with that figure. I like him. Next up is the Dino Tracker, and we kind of have a woman kind of lady that's kind of hunting dinosaurs. She does come with a syringe and a really cool bow and arrow, and she has this really awesome kind of hairpiece like the genie in this, or the genie lady in this series, which I think is really cool. Next up is the Spooky Girl, which probably the coolest part of her whole attire is those printed legs that kind of look like stripes like that. I think they did a really good job, and they have a really cool unique teddy bear with her, and I really just like her hairpiece. It's kind of different than what we've seen before, and I think they did a really good job with her. I think she can be used for a lot of customs and stuff. And next we have the Warrior Goddess, which is really cool, battle goddess, or whatever they call her. I'm not really quite sure. As you can see, she has a really cool kind of Olympian kind of type shield and a really cool spear, and she has a really special kind of tunic at the bottom there, and her feet are printed, which I think is really, really cool. I just think they did a really good job on that. I think that's a really cool figure. Next up we have the Prospector, which is kind of something like you would see in the LEGO movie. I don't know, like he just has that kind of look and the hat and everything. I just think they kind of, I wish they would do a new Western theme. I think a lot of people would enjoy it if they would actually do a new Western theme. And next up we have the Jester, which has kind of a Jack and an Ace card. And he has a really cool kind of secondary face, or not, he doesn't have a secondary face, I'm sorry. But he has a really cool Jester hat. As you can tell, he has really cool colors. They don't really use those kind of colors a lot in LEGO, so I think he's kind of a unique figure. Really good if you wanted to build kind of a castle scene or kind of something like that. Next up we have a Lifeguard, which LEGO's done a couple times in this series before, so I don't really know why they made another one. And he has his accessories there. As you can see, he kind of has a really cool sunglass face, and really nice if you just want to kind of have those pieces, but I mean, like, I don't really think he's really all that special. And next we have the Rockstar, which the coolest thing about him is his guitar, of course. I think that's a really, really awesome guitar. It's a really cool hairpiece. He has kind of some printing some special printing silver right there. And he has some really, really awesome arm printing. I think they really went to town on that. I think they did a really good job. He looks like a really hard rock star, so I think they did a really good job with that. Next up we have the Genie Girl, which is kind of like the genie from one of the previous series, and you can see she has her lamp there, and she does have her face like she's making a wish there, so I think that's really cool. And she has kind of a gold piece right there in her hair that's kind of, or printed gold, so I think that's kind of neat. I think they did a really good job with that. Next up we have the Gamer Guy, which as you can see, he has this really, really awesome game piece like a controller there. That's really cool. Does have his headphone there, and he has a really, really, really awesome kind of printed arms and a Player One shirt, which I think is really cool. I think that could be used for a lot of LEGO kind of designs and stuff. Next up we have the Hun Warrior, which has that new kind of fabric that you can that is coming out in a lot of kind of the capes and stuff now. I think they did a really good job. It's kind of a unique looking thing. As you can see, he has a shield and a sword and a really cool, awesome hat, or helmet, I should say. I think they did I think that's one of the most unique figures in this series. And we have a space miner, which getting kind of sick of stuff like this in the minifigure series, because it seems like that's all LEGO does lately, is just make basically the same space guy with a little bit different design or a little bit different helmet. I just kind of get tired of those in these series. And last we have the Swashbuckler, which, I mean, like, he's cool and all, but I mean, like, they've basically done this figure a lot before in the past. I mean, like, maybe not this exact figure, but they changed up the face and maybe changed the color of the sword, but it's basically the same figure repeated, like kind of like the Lifeguard. Well, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all these figures, and I will see you guys next time. Hey, if you guys like this video, be sure to check out some more awesome reviews like this one, and be sure to comment, like, favorite, and subscribe.